Welcome back. There's some of the biggest names in the movie industry. Robert DeNiro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci and Martin Scorcese. And now the greats have teamed up for The Irishman, a Netflix film that's generating a lot of Oscar buzz.
Frank Sheeran. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you said it right.
Under the contract, management can only fire a driver on very specific charges. So, you ever show up late?
No.
Do you have any moving violations?
No.
Do you drink on the job?
No.
You ever hit anybody?
On a job?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
On the job?
I don't think so.
Hey, Gerald Chamales is one of the film's producers and was a key player in getting this movie off the ground. So we are thrilled to say that he joins us live from Hollywood. Gerald, good to have you on the show.
Delighted to be here, David. Thank you.
Now, there's a lot of fans of this genre here. Sonia and I being huge fans of it, so we're thrilled to have you here. The story behind becoming involved in this movie, though, is actually just one of luck. So tell us about your discovery of a book set you on this path.
Well, we have a saying, Sonia and David, in America, that luck happens when preparation meets opportunity. And my lovely wife, Kathleen, was at the Sun Valley Writers Conference in Sun Valley, Idaho in 2006, and she heard the author of the book, I Heard You Paint Houses, Charles Brandt. Incidentally, the title, I Heard You Paint Houses, comes from when a mob guy whacks a guy, he splatters blood on the wall, he paints the house.
Right. I wondered about that. Okay.
So my wife heard him speak, was so impressed with his talk, Charles Brandt. The film is, of course, based on this book, this magnificent true crime saga where Frank the Irishman Sheeran, played by Robert DeNiro, literally confesses to unsolved murders through the writing of this book. So my wife heard him speak. She was so impressed, she went to his breakout talk and canceled her other lecture and heard him a second time, and she gave me a copy of the book in 2006. I read it over the weekend. I was so impressed, Sonia and David, because it answered many historical questions in America, like whatever happened to Jimmy Hoffa. And Jimmy Hoffa was literally as famous as Elvis Presley in the 50s and the Beatles in the 60s here in America. He was one of the most powerful men next to the President of the United States as head of the Teamsters Union. And so when we one day were walking by the bookstore, Chapter 1 in Ketchum, Idaho, we saw the book, I Heard You Paint Houses, featured in the window. And we both know Gerald Chamales, who runs the bookstore. So we went in, and I said, God, I just read this book, I Heard You Paint Houses. It's fantastic. She said, do you know the author, Charles Brandt? I said, no. She said, just a minute. He lives right here in Ketchum, Idaho.
No.
She had him on speed dial. And she got him on the phone. I said, Mr. Brandt, I just read your book, I Heard You Paint Houses. It's magnificent. He said, where are you? I said, I'm at Chapter 1. He said, don't move, I'm coming over. So we spent 3 hours with him, and I discovered that the book was available, that it hadn't been optioned. And Sonia and David, I couldn't believe that it hadn't been optioned.
Yeah.
It just absolutely blew me away.
It's incredible. You secured the rights to it, and now this film has been made. What's it like being in the presence of three absolute icons, De Niro, Pacino and Pesci, and how did they all interact?
Well, Martin Scorcese, in my view, is the Leonardo da Vinci of cinema. He is a master. He's a national treasure. And before I ever got into or involved in producing film, my 4 favorite movies were Casino, Goodfellas,
Yes.
Raging Bull,
Yes.
and The Departed. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, I mean, just magnificent films. So, Sonia, Marty creates so much positive energy on the set that they all got along magnificently. The harmony, the cooperation, the teamwork, everybody doing their very best. And one of the things I observed is how hardworking and dedicated each one of these great artists are. And seeing them in action was really, I'm just over the moon to be part of this.
Well, it's getting 5-star reviews everywhere it goes. There is so much Oscar buzz. I think you better get yourself a suit. I think you need to think about a speech. It's great to have you on the show, Gerald. Good to meet you.
Thank you so much, Cheryl.
Thank you for having me. Good day.
And The Irishman is in cinemas now, and then in a few weeks' time it will be on Netflix.
Still ahead on Today Extra, we reveal the